Hi guys, hey replay viewers on YouTube, those listening on the podcast. My name is Terry Eveland. I am a 5K Hempworx affiliate, and I just love to help answer questions, educate on CBD. I love it. It's amazing. It's done so much for me and my son. So before we get started here, let's do a little share. And if you're watching the replay, just comment like maybe when you're watching it or where you're watching from. But if you do share, I realize a lot of people may not want to do the CBD oil or may not want to try it or whatever, but you might have some friends that do for their children. So sharing could help them find that, and it's much appreciated. So let me get started here. Say hello if you come in, and I want to just share with you a little bit about myself. 34 years old, and I have, hey Lauren, is the video better? I myself have ADHD, so I have Adderall and I take that. I've been able to take a lot less with the CBD oil, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about my son Jack. He's 6. He just started kindergarten this past year. And this is really more about him because I know so many of you struggle figuring out, I don't want to say like what to do or whatever, but like I totally understand how having a child with this condition is very challenging. Jack has always been a little withdrawn. So like we would go to the park and he would rather sit and watch people than interact and play. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Lauren. So we had him tested a few times. He was like nonverbal. He wouldn't talk. He didn't want to interact. He didn't want to play with people. It was like when he was getting a little older, he was just really socially awkward. He really exhibited signs that he just might need some help. Okay. He was, as a little bit older, especially when he started school, I would say he's always had these angry outbursts. And as he got older, they got worse. So it would progress from just being angry and yelling to, maybe throwing stuff or hitting his brother out of anger. And he was just becoming aggressive. Okay. And that's obviously not going to work when I have other kids and he has friends and whatnot at school. Some other things I wrote down and talked about was his sleep issues. Jack did not sleep through the night until he was 5. Potty training probably again until he was like 4 or 5. He's always had a low weight. He could just never gain weight, never, no matter what vitamins, what food we gave him, never. He just always really, really skinny. And then whenever he started school, he did start having the trouble focusing and whatnot. So what happened was his teacher actually brought it up to me, and asked me if I had ever had checked into him, being diagnosed for this. So when I started really thinking about it, it really made sense. Now I know from taking the Adderall what it does to me, and I didn't like research it a whole bunch for myself, which I should have. But I did for him because I was like, okay, my doctor sat here across from me when he prescribed it, and he said, this is basically pharmaceutical meth. Like that's what the compounds and everything breaks down to. So I remembered that, and I was like, I don't know if I should really like give this to my kid, right? So I started looking, guys, and I want to show you. I've never done this before, so I don't know if this works, but I should be able to pop some pictures up here for you. Let me see here. Can you hear me now? Okay, well, I was just reading that slide to you guys. So if you saw that slide, you could read all that. So basically at the bottom, it was talking about kids. Okay, it was talking about at the bottom, the kids with the loss of appetite and all that. And I looked at that and I was like, this is the type of stuff like we need help with. So is it better for Jack to just be calm, but continue to lose weight, continue to not be able to sleep, like all of this? And I just really thought, this can't be good for him. So I turned to what helped me, and that was the CBD oil. And I started looking, and let me see if I can add this now and not mute myself. This is the back of our CBD bottle. So I looked at a lot of products before I started the Hempworx. And the back of our bottle, you may not be able to see it because it might not be super big for you since I'm on here. But let me see here. You should be able to see that there's only 2 ingredients, and then there's a natural flavor of peppermint, which is a natural peppermint oil. There is also a natural flavor, I guess you would call it. So 2 ingredients, which are CBD oil, and then the carrier makes up 20%, and that is hemp seed oil. So it's full spectrum from the hemp plant. Okay, so that's amazing. I tried to look at side effects. The only side effects I could really find in my personal research, and I encourage you guys to research it too, is like if you have already low blood pressure, you need to look at it because it does lower your blood pressure and it lowers your sugar naturally. Okay, I've been able to quit taking the metformin for my blood sugar from taking this. So those are a couple of side effects, and if you take too much, you can get a headache. Okay, but there's no overdose or anything like that. Now the benefits are awesome. And this is what I really weighed with Jack, okay, because that's just that's just so much to put on a little body, right? Like all those side effects I showed you. Let me show you this real quick. So this is kind of the science of how CBD oil works. If you see over there, cannabis has over 100 cannabinoids. So a cannabinoid is basically a compound, okay? Like you have the compounds in your medication. It's like a chemical, okay? And there's over 100, I think like 113. So anyways, the cannabis plant, there is a hemp plant and then a marijuana plant, okay? If you can see over there, the hemp plant has 0.3% THC or less, which is like super trace amounts. Hemp doesn't get you high. There's no active, not quite sure on the word on that, but it doesn't get you high or paranoid, anything like that. That's THC, that's the marijuana plant over there, which has 15 to 20% THC. Now that's the chemical that's gonna get you high, get you paranoid, hungry, all that stuff. So this here is talking about Charlotte's Web, and it is one of the forms of hemp extract that you might have seen in the news for helping the seizure patients, okay? It's one of probably like the most common ones that people know about. Trying this new software, guys, so bear with me. Okay, so anyways, you kind of see that, and I do also want to give you guys projectcbd.org. Okay, so I like to back everything up that I say with facts and research and things like that for you guys to go look. Okay, otherwise I'm just telling you an opinion, whatever. Go to this website, okay, projectcbd.org, kind of look through there, see the studies, the research. And then another thing you guys can go to is the World Health Organization, okay? So we have the FDA in America, but the WHO, the World Health Organization, I would say it's similar to, or the equivalent for the whole world, okay, of the FDA. They handle things like international, like outbreaks and studies and things like that. So they actually put out a study, and I have the document. I'll post to my page, the PDF file, and it talks about how CBD can be beneficial for like different, it talks about a few different things here. So I want to show you guys this, and I don't know if you can hear me if I go up here. Okay, pain relief, muscle spasms, and guys, this is not medical advice, okay? I'm showing you guys stuff that has been shared that it's helped people with, okay? We can't give medical advice or make medical claims, okay? So it might relieve anxiety, digestive, all those things you can see there, okay? And just so much more, guys. You can see the testimonies on my page like every day. So basically now, life with Jack, I'm going to tell you guys, yeah, totally, Cheryl. Like life now and how it could be, you know, for your situation. He's just literally like completely changed. And when I say he's changed, he's still Jack, is still his personality, but he's able to cope so much better. He reads his social, and this has all happened within the last couple months, guys. He's able to read like social cues, you know, like if someone comes over at the playground and is just staring at him or kind of like following him around, you know, he says hi and like plays with them now. Whereas before, you know, he'd be like sitting in the corner. So he just started recently talking to people in public places. So like he'll talk to the lady at the checkout at the store, which like the first time he did it like floored me. I was like, oh my God, like he just started a conversation here. Like he literally never ever did that until he was 6 years old and with the CBD oil. He makes friends now, he plays, he had a little play date with a little boy that invited him over, and that really made my mommy heart happy. So he still has angry outbursts, guys, but they're maybe down to 1 to 2 a week, and when he's tired, okay, at like the end of the day. He was doing his angry outbursts like all day, every day, like literally could not control them, like would run, throw himself on the floor or hit somebody. Now it's an angry outburst of just, you know, maybe he'll cry, throw a fit, and he might lay down on the floor. But the difference now, not besides like the amount that it happens, before, you know, it would take hours to calm him down. I mean, he would scream and shriek and kick the wall and kick his brother and kick his sister. And I mean, it was just awful. Like he was possessed. And now, you know, he does it as any like child would do, you know, like a little fit, but it's like normal. Like he can stand up, he can, you know, recover within like a minute or two, realize he's not getting that attention that they want doing that, and he's over it, okay? It's not like this huge, long, like whole day thing. And if you have a child with this condition, you know what I'm talking about with these angry outbursts, okay? And he obviously is not as aggressive. He's actually non-aggressive, knock on wood, doesn't hit his brother anymore, sits and plays cards with him. He sleeps through the freaking night, and he doesn't need naps, which is crazy. But we always talk as adults about how CBD oil gives us more energy, but helps us sleep better at night. That is exactly what it's done for him. He sleeps all the way through the night, and he doesn't need a nap during the day. Okay, he's good. It's crazy. And he hasn't had a nap for a couple months now. Every once in a while, I mean, like I said, he's still a kid. He's still little. You know, I'll realize he's tired and I'll put him for a nap. But on the most part, he doesn't. Okay, this is the big one, guys. I want to show you this. The weight gain. Okay, so that's Jack on the left. Jack in December. He started the oil in February, or not February, December. He started in January. So it's been about 3 months, and look at this difference. Okay, so you can see on the left, his coat's like hanging off of him. That coat was like really big. And now on the right, he is, you know, healthy, and he looks good. Like he finally has gained some weight, like finally. Let me know if you can tell the difference there. I could really, really big. I was looking for a side-by-side myself, and I put him side-by-side. I was like, oh, wow, wow, right? I know, Lauren, like he looks totally different. And, you know, that's another thing you can kind of see. He's kind of disheveled in the first picture. In the second picture, you know, his hair is combed, whatever. He's bright, happy. And he used to have these really dark circles under his eyes from being tired and just angry and, you know, just high strung all the time. Now his skin looks better. From the eczema is gone, totally cleared up. If he has a breakout, we put the skin relief on. It totally helps him. And he's gained the weight. His hair looks better. He gets up in the morning, he does his hair. And that coat finally fits. He's had that coat since the beginning of last winter. It was like falling off of him. Now it actually fits. His clothes fit better. Like everything Jack is just much healthier. I mean, you can see it in the picture. And generally kids don't change for the better, I would say, that fast. And definitely if he was taking the Ritalin, we would not be seeing that difference, I don't think. So, I know, Lauren, the side-by-side, when I was looking for the pictures, I was like, oh, wow. Like, even I was like, wow. What times of the day does he, yeah, so I'm going to talk about that next. And yeah, so he is focused, and he does ask for, you know, the oil if it's getting around the time for it. So he knows it helps him. And his teacher asked me the next time I met with her, if I went ahead and had put him on the medicine, because he was so focused and, like, you know, enjoyable in class. And I told her no, we didn't do any medicine, that we had done the CBD oil. So I just have a couple notes here, just to say, you know, that it didn't change his personality, it changed his symptoms, okay? And when we feel better, we act better. When we feel better, we look better, okay? Yeah, Cheryl, so that's the thing, like, a lot of people get confused about. Jack was never on the meds. Our story is they wanted him to be on the meds. The teacher wanted him to be on it. So that's why I started looking up, like, the researched side effects, because I knew what it did to me and I wanted to see what it was on the page. And that's the one I showed in the beginning. So guys, so a lot of people ask me, you know, well, how do we get started with this? Like, you know, how much do I give them? All that good stuff. So I'm going to show you this. This is just a really handy guide how to use it. I recommend, if you don't use the Hempworx, the brand that I'm showing you guys, that you do find one that has no more than 3 ingredients. So you just need CBD oil, a carrier. You don't pick one that's like coconut oil or something like that for the carrier, okay? Try to get as pure as you can. So this is CBD and hemp seed oil, okay? Baby. Oh, I know. So you get it, okay? And as the picture shows on there, you want to shake it really good. So I recommend the 500 milligrams peppermint to start. Shake it really good. And then you have like your dropper here. Okay, so you drop it in. I only personally take this much 2 times a day. Jack, maybe here, Jack is up to, his sweet spot is the 4 drops a day, okay? And I did have a picture on here to show you guys what I mean by sweet spot. Let me actually see if I can find it real quick here. Oh, okay. There we go. So let me get the other one off of there. Okay, so when we first started, when I first started, I did the 1/4. You can see the 1/4 dropper there. And it goes up, okay, until you find what works for you. And you'll know if it's too strong. You know, it won't, I don't want to say like it'll make you tired or anything. It'll make you more calm, okay? And also your symptoms can come back if it is too strong, okay, if you take too much. So Jack takes when Jack started going and taking the oil, we did 1 drop under the tongue for a week. And all that did, it wasn't to get him going on the oil, it was to get him used to the taste and how to take it, because it is expensive, okay? And you don't want to waste it putting it in a child's mouth for them just to swallow it. Like, you put it under the tongue because it absorbs sublingually into your bloodstream directly under your tongue. So you shake it, right? And then you can literally count out the drops. Like you, right? You have them lift their tongue back. A good way to do it is have them touch their tongue to the top of their mouth. And then you just drop it under their tongue there. And then they hold it, okay? But that first week, there's a learning curve. So don't waste your oil. Just give them one drop, get them used to the taste and how to take it. Then we gradually we went up to 3 drops. We did that for a while. We went to, I think, 5. 5 made him like really, really calm. So I wanted to go back to 4. We went to 4, and that's been absolutely perfect for him. Let me see what else I had on here. So yeah, I give him the 4 drops 2 times a day. Sometimes we do 3 times a day. So if it's a really tough day and he needs some extra help, you know, I'll give him 4 more drops, and that's totally fine, guys. But it's literally not an everyday thing. Okay, so he still has ADHD. He still has outbursts. He still gets in trouble, but he can manage it all so much better. We don't have to use the Ritalin that has all those side effects. Okay, so even at 6 years old, he can tell it helps him. He does like it. He likes to, it's funny because he reminds me of his probiotic too. And the probiotic helps, with his gut and like the eczema and things like that and vitamins. So he'll remind me, you know, I need my vitamins, I need my probiotic, or I need my oil. So he's very like on it. He knows it helps him, which is great. I love it. So if you guys do want to learn more, just PM me. Let's talk. Let's figure out if, you know, this might be able to help your child or help you. If you want to look or you're ready to order, that's the link right there, Evelyn CBD. I do recommend the 500 peppermint, and it does have the 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can get it, you can try it, give it about, I mean, at least 2 weeks, because that first week, like I said, is going to be getting used to it. Especially for your child. And then I think you would be able to tell in about 2 weeks. And if you don't see a significant difference or it doesn't help, you know, your child, you just send it back, get your money back. It's super easy to do. You log in, you open a chat, and you let them know. There is no hassle or anything like that. So, okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. If you like, share it on your wall to help others. Thanks, guys.